episode and watching it. I know you may be busy. Noah. First, let me introduce the guest of this show, Daisy. Thank you for being here. I know we have a busy schedule, so thank you for coming here. Shout out to my videographer behind this, Noah. Thank you for being here. She's back, guys. Alright, so first of all, I like your shirt. Can you describe or tell me the story behind it?
Hello.
Go on.
So, first of all, I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you.
This is very fun. I love ASMR. I got this sweater t-shirt over the weekend. I thrifted it with Sarah, Skylar, and Steven.
Shout out.
So, shout out to them. Sarah's a really big basketball fan.
Oh.
And actually, I found this shirt for her. But then she was like, it'd be so funny. You buy it because I don't watch basketball. I watched one game. Name 5 players.
Name 5 NBA players right now. Come on.
This is really stressful. Okay. I know Jeremy Lin because he's Asian. So represent.
He's her cousin, actually.
Yeah. I know Kawhi Leonard because
Okay.
Raptors. That one time they won, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Good job.
I know
Who's my favorite player?
Kobe.
Okay, I like Kobe,
Okay.
but there's
I
another
don't know.
one.
I know there's Michael Jordan.
Okay, good job. Okay.
What's that guy?
Come on.
Siakam. Is that his name?
Yeah, that's good.
He's on
Wow.
Raptors.
Good job.
That's it.
W.
Okay.
What is your thoughts on LeBron's sunshine meme? Have you seen it?
Yes, I have. Yes. Insert picture. I think it's nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
I really like it. Okay. So, obviously, I know that you're part of MSS, right?
Correct.
And as a university student, I want to share our experiences to people out there who want to be part of a faculty and join and be out there. What is that number one tip that you would love to give people coming into university or are currently in university?
I think that it's never too late. Like, obviously, if you're first joining,
Yeah.
it's okay. But, like, really just, like, look out for those opportunities. Like, on Instagram, follow those accounts. They're always hiring at some point throughout the year.
Yeah.
So, like, use those opportunities and just apply, like, off of a whim. I know when I applied, it was literally Vasali and I in our dorm. Sorry, I'm like, can I, like, whisper scream? Because
Yeah, you
it seems,
can.
like, really bad for my phone.
You can. Talk about it.
Well, anyways, so basically, like, she came up to me and she was like, "Oh, TZ, this is a really cool opportunity. Wanna apply?" And I was like, "Okay," and I got it.
It worked out, yeah.
So yeah, I feel like just go for it, and if it doesn't work out, just find another thing, and you never know.
I feel with these positions that people take up, it can be pressuring, right? We were talking about that like 2 days ago, I think.
Yeah.
And to the people out there, like, I think I really want to say, if you feel pressured, that's okay. Especially if you're taking something new and you have no experience in, right?
Yeah.
People want to expect that, I want that experience. It's a learning process. It's a learning curve, right?
Yeah, I think
feel-
also it's like, this is an advice I always tell people, but like,
Yeah.
go out of your comfort zone. Like, even if it's something that like is completely out of your character and it's just like really scary, I think you should do it.
Yeah.
Because that's like the best way you can learn, and you always come out of it with something. I think it's also like you don't want to regret it for
Yeah.
not trying. So
Yeah.
if you feel uncomfortable, that's a good sign.
No, definitely. There's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You want
No. I was like, in the right context.
Yeah. Like, I feel a lot of the times when there's things that I wanted to do and then ended up not doing it, seeing other people doing it hurts me because I'm like, you could have been that person, but because you didn't trust yourself enough, you're facing the consequence of your actions. And I really urge people to really believe in themselves because it's important. You're gonna need it in life. Life only gets tough. And learning how to like navigate your way in university is like a good experience. Now, I think just always trust in the process of becoming a better person daily. Also, like, this is something I've recognized, like, recently. I've had a lot of ups and downs in my life, and having my friends support me, the importance of friendship, which is also I want to get into, like, how important do you think, like, being around the right people, the right circle that believe in you, that give you that advice that you need sometimes, is when things go hard, when, like, life is, I don't know.
Damn, Noah.
No, would you eat? No, I'm joking. But yeah, like, I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on how can we, how can we be in a better circle of friends? Like, a lot of people don't want to leave the circle of friends that they're in, even if it's bad, because they're afraid of being alone.
I think ever since I think even like in high school and elementary school, I never had a huge friend group. And it was always hard to find, I think, a group of people that I felt like comfortable to be
Yeah.
my true self around. I think what's important is just finding a group of people that you can feel comfortable with and just in like a judgment free zone. It's obviously really hard because, I mean, like, I think we all approach things with like, we have two faces, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to obviously let your guard down with people you first meet. But yeah, and like in the context of like, I think, you know, university, there's so many diverse people that you can meet.
Yeah, exactly.
There's so many things that you can connect with people with. I know when it comes to like our friend group,
Yeah.
I think we all bounce off of each other and like we can joke around, and I think that's something that I really value and I really cherish.
Yeah.
And especially through hard times too, we're all in a period of life. I saw this thing where, like, you know, when you turn 20, it's like you start all the way back at zero.
Yeah.
And so, like, when you're 21, you're like, you've gained that 1 year of age. I don't know,
No.
into like adulthood. So it's good to have those people as like supporting pillars, I think,
And
at that stage.
yeah, no, I completely agree. I think being vulnerable is a superpower that people nowadays are discouraged from having. Like, people look down on vulnerability, but, like, there's nothing more powerful than being like, this is me. This is who I am. You like it, you don't like it, that's fine. But just being okay in your own skin, being comfortable, like, that is so important. And I only learned it in university. I only learned it with the right group of people.
Yeah.
And I think we're always afraid of being judged by
Yeah.
others. And yo, that's completely fine. Like, a lot of the times where we're afraid of being judged is because nowadays, I don't know if social media plays a role into it, but I think because we're starting to see that there's a lot of things online, like, everybody, you think that they're having a great life and they're having an amazing life, and then you become less vulnerable, you become less discouraged, you feel like you're comparing yourself too much, you feel like you're in your head too much. Like, life is just, I know that life is advancing at a fast pace, but I feel like with how technology is driving, it's making us antisocial, it's making us think in a different way. It's people start developing expectation, and then they build disappointment, and it's all this, like, circle that keeps continuing. And I don't know, I don't know, what are your thoughts on that? Like, I feel, do you think social media is leading us to a place where we're constantly not satisfied with who we are and where we are in life, like, whether it be the friends that you are with, or just the major you're in, or where you want to go in life? Because I feel like these are all hard questions.
Yeah. I mean, I think social media is fake. Like,
I know.
what you see is obviously what's
But I feel it's
very
hard for
different.
people to see that.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's really easy to just post a picture of you, you know, smiling, I don't know, like, I don't know, at a cute cafe. And, like, people think that you have your whole entire life together.
Yeah.
But obviously, like, there's so much more that goes on behind the scenes. And that obviously cannot be captured on that one photo. But I don't think social media is, like, the worst thing ever, because it allows you to be exposed to different things. Like podcasts.
Yeah.
Like, having this as an outlet where, like,
Yeah,
you
podcasts.
can have a space for people to connect and
Exactly.
to find new hobbies. Like, I know, like, a recent hobby that I picked up, like, within the last year was, like, crocheting. Like I never would have thought to pick up a hobby like
Yeah.
so niche as that until I had seen it on like my Instagram page. I was like, oh, that was cute. It'd
Yeah.
be nice to learn, you know? So yeah, it can be deceptive though. And I think you mentioned like, you know, how you compare yourself and expectations. I think comparison is just something that's inevitable and probably is something that is more dramatized because of social media, you know, because if people can edit things to however they want and there's like ideals that I don't know, I guess it's like a balance of both.
Yeah. Thinking about the podcast, I remember like wanting to make a space for people where they can be okay with being vulnerable. I guess I wanted to help inspire others to start their own thing. I love that. Not that I did inspire anybody, but I feel like I like to see my friends, everybody build his own hobby. And it really makes me feel happy to do my own hobby, which is this podcasting. And I feel like starting this thing out is I wanted to get out of my comfort zone. I wanted to become more vulnerable. And one of the main issues I've had, even my friends were telling me like, Yusuf, like, why aren't you yourself on the podcast? You're not saying your true thoughts, your true emotions. And I guess it's this thought in my head being like, I'm afraid if I say things, I'll be judged for it. But then I'm out here doing what I do. I'm out here, I mean, not giving a damn what people think. And I think that itself is worth being proud of.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
having this platform where I can share with my friends. I mean, it took me a while to bring you on. But
Like, honestly, like Yusuf, as your friend as well, I think it obviously has come a long way.
Yeah.
I mean, this summer will reach a year.
Yeah,
Which is crazy.
It's been a year of this podcasting.
And I think it's good that, you know, for anyone listening, it's good to have a passion project, something that you can push your boundaries with and just like experiment and enjoy. And I think the beauty of it is also like making mistakes and learning from it. Like, you probably wouldn't have been given this opportunity to really like, you know, have this creative outlet. And I think looking at your episodes of your podcast, I think it has gone a long way with like, you know, different subjects, and like that's totally fine for you to just experiment and see what works for you.
I think
know?
I've changed a lot from the time I started. I remember going back and watching the old episodes and being like, oh wow, damn, like I felt like I was in the beginning less comfortable. Now I feel more comfortable. And I learned more about who I am and what I want and where I fit in and what I want to give as a product to people out there. Like, I don't want them to I don't want to be just another I feel show. I want to be me. And that took me time to understand that being you is what's special to everybody out there. Just be you. Like, the content that you create is special only because it's you behind that screen. And if you think about it, like, there's a lot of people doing content. There's a lot of people doing their own piece of project, and it's only special because it has this like special touch to it. So yeah, I think that's my take on it. I have another question, and this one is, obviously we're not the best, or we haven't really experienced the most out of life, but we're learning. And I think we can maybe give a bit of a opinion on it. What are your thoughts on people who feel like they're in their lowest point of their life and that there's no point in even trying? Like, what is one thought that comes to your mind that maybe got you out of that rut if you were ever in it? Yeah.
I think, oh my goodness.
Because I feel like we've been through a lot.
think,
Like, as friends, like,
life has its like ups and downs, and I think like those downs really, it's kind of crazy how like everything in your whole day can go great, and one thing could totally off shift your day and ruin it and call it a bad day.
Definitely.
I think that as a metaphor for like life in general, how like I think in the moment things can feel so much bigger than they really are, and the biggest thing is to take yourself out from it for a second and look back. I think self-reflection is like a really, really big thing. Because because you can only have so many people give you an input about the situation, but it's not until you take yourself out of it and take that perspective and look at it as like as a whole. I mean, I always tell myself if I'm really down about something, give it 3 months from now. How will you feel about it? Like, will it be as a deep impression as it is now? And it might. And maybe that for you is a point of reflection. Like maybe this is something that means more.
Yeah.
Like a lesson to take out of it and to change, you know, as a person. Because I mean, I don't think it's right for any person to stay stagnant their whole life.
Yeah.
Like obviously things change. You're gonna have to change as a person. It's inevitable. Change sucks. It can be scary.
Change sucks.
You know.
That's.
But I think sometimes you just gotta embrace it. You know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I see. One of the things I've been learning to work on is reflect.
Yeah, it's hard.
Reflect on my actions.
It's hard because reflection can also mean overthinking, and overthinking
True.
leads to a downward spiral. Which I mean, like we're really like sitting here. I think we can spew a lot of advice, but like obviously we all know when we're really in it,
You're in it.
it's like you're in it, and it's tough. Like this thought just keeps spiraling, and it's just like really.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Try your best to be optimistic out of it. Don't let the negativity of a situation overrule everything. Because it's very easy for that to happen. I was in that spot. But.
Yeah, I feel as we're concluding this episode, just know it gets better. And I know it's hard to see that right now. Mm-hmm. Like, you'll never get out of it, and oh my God, my life sucks. And just, I think one of the things that has helped me is just take the next step that you see, just take it. It's painful, but then the pain starts going away slowly. And use that pain to your advantage. Use that pain to become a better person. That doesn't mean don't feel it. That doesn't mean don't ever get over it. No, get over it. But always remember that pain. Use it to just to become a higher self. And as I said, as she said too, it's easier said than done. When you're in it, you're kind of in it, but you learn and you become a stronger person afterwards. Mm-hmm. And I'm so grateful for my ups and downs. I think I've learned so much this year, and this year just began. Like
I know we're 4 months in now.
Yeah, and you don't know what life holds. Mm-hmm. So again, I want to thank you guys for coming in. I know it's exam season, so good luck. You got this. Don't be stressed and overwhelmed. I know it's easier said than done, but just do the consistency and let it all go on the exam, okay?
Good luck, guys.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Bye-bye.
Peace and love. Bye.